Welcome to Vibes AI Restorative Audio. Today, I'm excited to share that we're dropping another album, and this one's titled Healing Frequencies. Something is shifting. You can feel it in the air, in the conversations you're having, in the way people are searching, not just for relief, but for something deeper and something real. Science is confirming what healers and mystics have known for thousands of years, that sound is not just something you hear, sound is something you are. Every cell in your body is vibrating. Your heart, your brain, your nervous system, all of it operating as a symphony of frequency. And when that symphony goes out of tune, when stress and trauma and the relentless noise of modern life create dissonance in your field, your body sends you signals, ringing in the ears, hormonal chaos, digestive storms, brain fog, the kind of exhaustion that sleep can't fix. So what if there were another way? What if the medicine you've been looking for has always been in the sound itself? Today, we're pulling back the curtain on something we have been building with extraordinary care and intention. An album unlike anything we've released before. This is Healing Frequencies. It's 6 tracks, 6 doorways, each one precision engineered at the intersection of neuroscience, ancient wisdom, and the profound intelligence of your own body. This is not background music. This is not ambient noise. This is sound designed to work at a cellular level, at a natural level, at a neural level, at an energetic level that no instrument can fully measure, but every human being can feel. Let me speak to you honestly for a moment. If you're living with tinnitus, that relentless ringing that follows you into every quiet room, every attempt at rest, I want you to know that you have not been forgotten. Your experience is real. Your exhaustion is real. And the fact that conventional approaches often leave you with a little more than learn to live with it, that it's simply not enough. If you're navigating the hormonal sea of change of menopause, the brain fog, the sleepless nights, the mood swings that arrive without invitation, I want you to know that your body is not betraying you. It is transforming, and it deserves support that honors the full complexity of what you're moving through. If you are a woman whose body speaks to her every month through pain or irregular cycles or the quiet grief of a fertility journey, your body is not broken. It's calling for a different kind of conversation. And if stress has become your permanent companion, if your nervous system has forgotten what calm feels like, you are not weak. You are human, living in a world that moves faster than the human nervous system was designed to bear. The root of all this, beneath every symptom, every diagnosis, and every late-night internet search, is a nervous system that needs to come home. And sound is one of the most direct pathways home we have ever found. The vagus nerve, that great wandering nerve that connects your brain to your heart, your lungs, your gut, is listening right now. It responds to sound. It responds to frequency. And when you give it the right frequencies, consistently and intentionally, it begins to remember what it feels like to be safe, to be regulated, and to be whole. This is research coming out of MIT, Harvard-affiliated institutions, and neuroscience labs all around the world. The science is arriving to meet what the wisdom traditions have always known. You have always had the power to heal yourself. You simply need the right tools. So let me take you inside Healing Frequencies. 6 tracks, 6 specific intentions, and a way of listening that will change the way you relate to sound forever. Track 1 is Tinnitus Relief. This track arrives as a gift to every person who's ever felt alone in the ringing. This is not masking, this is not distraction, this is neural retraining using MIT-validated 40 Hz gamma stimulation layered with precision-calibrated frequencies to interrupt tinnitus feedback patterns at the source. So think about what that means. For years, the standard approach has been put on some white noise and try to ignore it. Tinnitus Relief does something fundamentally different. It engages your auditory pathways. It speaks directly to your brain's rhythm and connectivity. And over time, with consistent intentional listening, It invites your nervous system to reorganize around a new pattern. The frequency architecture is precise: 20 Hz for deep grounding, 40 Hz for neural synchronization, and a carefully constructed band from 900 to 10,000 Hz that covers the full spectrum of auditory engagement while targeting the zones where tinnitus most commonly lives. So how do you use Tinnitus Relief? You start with one session every day. Same time if you can. Morning is very powerful, or the hour before sleep when the ringing often feels loudest. Use quality over-ear headphones and create a sanctuary for your listening. And then notice what shifts, not just in the ringing itself, but in your emotional relationship to it, in your nervous system's baseline, in the quality of your sleep. For those ready to go deeper, you can find our 30, 60, or 90-minute premium sessions on our podcast, which offer extended neural retraining that multiplies the effect over time. This is a practice, not a one-time fix. So give it 4 to 6 weeks, keep a simple log, and the changes will surprise you. Track 2 is Menopause Sanctuary. Your body is transforming, and it deserves a sanctuary worthy of that sacred passage. Menopause Sanctuary is built for the full complexity of what women experience in this transition. Not just the hot flashes, not just the sleepless nights, but the brain fog that makes you feel like a stranger to your own mind. The emotional turbulence, the sense that your body has changed the rules without telling you. The frequency protocol works in 3 phases. First is grounding. Your nervous system comes down from its alert state. The anxiety softens. The body begins to remember what safety feels like. We work with 40 Hz gamma for cognitive clarity and binaural beats that produce 10 Hz alpha waves, that beautiful state of calm, focused awareness. Then, balancing. This is where emotional steadiness begins to return. The frequencies we use here, 256 Hz, 266 Hz, and 341 Hz, are tuned to support hormonal coherence and activate the parasympathetic nervous system, your rest and digest response, the part of you that knows how to recover. And finally, restoration. This is the phase that transforms your sleep, that begins to replenish what exhaustion has taken, that returns vitality to the body that has been working so hard. So how to use Menopause Sanctuary? Evening is your most powerful listening time. 30 minutes before you would normally begin winding down. Let it become your signal to your nervous system that the day is complete, that it's safe to let go. On high symptom days, when a hot flash has disrupted your afternoon, or when brain fog is thick, use the track as a midday reset. Even 15 minutes will shift your biochemistry in ways you will feel. Consistency is everything here. This is not a crisis tool. This is a daily nourishment practice. Track 3 is Belly Boost. So your gut is not just a digestive organ, it's a second brain, and it's been waiting for you to listen. The gut-brain axis is one of the most exciting frontiers in neuroscience right now. What researchers are discovering confirms what Ayurvedic and Chinese medicine traditions have always taught. The gut and the brain are in constant conversation, and the vagus nerve is the telephone line between them. Belly Boost is an immersion designed for that conversation. It uses precision frequencies to support vagal tone and digestive motility. It creates the conditions of deep safety that your gut needs in order for it to do its most intelligent work, because digestion is not just a mechanical process, it's a nervous system event. So how to use Belly Boost? Timing matters here. After a heavy meal, after a stressful day when your gut has been clenched, or before bed when digestive discomfort tends to escalate. Lie down if you can, place your hands on your belly, and let the frequencies do what they're designed to do. If you pair it with diaphragmatic breathing, which are slow, full breaths that expand the belly rather than the chest, this amplifies the vagal stimulation dramatically. You're giving your nervous system 2 signals simultaneously. I am safe, I am here, and I'm allowing my body to heal. Track 4 is Immunity Boost. A regulated nervous system is not a luxury. It is your most powerful immune asset. Every time your body gets stuck in fight or flight, every stress response that doesn't fully resolve, every night of poor sleep, every emotional event that lives in your nervous system, Your immune function pays the price. Chronic sympathetic activation is one of the most well-documented pathways to inflammation, immune dysregulation, and accelerated aging. Immunity boost is built around a single elegant truth. When you shift the nervous system, everything downstream shifts with it. 40 Hz stimulation is at the core, tuned to gently engage the vagus nerve and invite the body into a rest and repair mode. It's the frequency that supports brain connectivity, reduces inflammation markers, and helps stabilize mood at the neural level. Think of it as a reset button for your entire system, not a band-aid, and not a coping mechanism. It's a genuine return to baseline, a recalibration of your body's most fundamental regulatory intelligence. So how to use Immunity Boost? So use this track on your low days, when you feel a cold coming on, when emotional stress has been running high, after a big immune challenge, illness, travel, a period of grief or disruption. And use it preventatively too, weekly as a part of a nervous system maintenance practice. The body's healing intelligence works best when it's not perpetually in recovery mode, so give it regular rest. Track 5 is Stress Less. Stress Less is a sophisticated neurocognitive tool. First, there's the alpha wave entrainment at 8 to 13 Hz, guiding your brain from the hypervigilant beta state of chronic stress into calm, focused awareness. This is where creativity and logical thinking can coexist, where you can hold complexity without becoming overwhelmed by it. Then beta wave optimization at 13 to 30 Hz, not the scattered anxious beta of multitasking, but the focused, purposeful beta that supports analytical thinking and executive function. This is your brain running efficiently rather than frantically. And throughout, of course, we have our 40 Hz gamma pulses that enhance neural synchronization and memory consolidation, carefully integrated theta waves at 4 to 7 Hz that facilitate emotional regulation, and the kind of creative problem solving that emerges when the nervous system feels safe. But here's what makes Stress Less unique. It includes binaural beats that specifically target the parasympathetic nervous system while maintaining cognitive alertness. Most stress relief tracks sedate you, but Stress Less does something far more elegant. It teaches your system that you can be simultaneously calm and sharp, relaxed and focused. So how to use Stress Less? This is your pre-performance protocol before any situation that demands both calm presence and mental acuity. A presentation, a difficult conversation, a creative project that's been overwhelming you. 15 minutes of Stress Less recalibrates your entire neurocognitive system. Use it as your transition ritual between high-demand activities. Instead of carrying the stress residue from one task into the next, let Stress Less clear your neural slate and reset your baseline and restore your cognitive resources. For chronic stress patterns, when your nervous system has forgotten what regulation feels like, make this your daily brain hygiene practice. Just like brushing your teeth maintains oral health, Stress Less maintains neurological health in a world designed to dysregulate you. The beauty of this track is its versatility. It enhances focus without making you wired, and it reduces stress without making you drowsy. It's a cognitive optimization for the real world. And track 6, Vitality Vibrations. This track is devoted to women's bodies, to cycles, to fertility, to the profound intelligence of the hormonal landscape that Western medicine has so often overlooked. Vitality Vibrations is unlike anything in the Vibes AI catalog. It's part science, part ancestral medicine, part love letter to every woman who's been told her symptoms are just something to manage. This frequency stack moves through 4 distinct healing layers. 40 Hz gamma to regulate the nervous system's influence on hormonal balance and menstrual regularity. 432 Hz for deep relaxation and cortisol reduction, because stress hormones are the single greatest disruptor of cycle stability. 528 Hz for emotional safety and cellular healing. And 741 Hz rooted in sound traditions of detoxification and energetic clearing. Woven into the soundscape are ancestral vocalizations, the healing sounds of traditional Chinese medicine. Chu for kidneys, sexual vitality, fertility, life force energy. Shh for liver, PMS relief, irritability, and flow. And ha for heart, circulation, emotional balance, and the courage to be fully alive. This is ancient technology meeting modern neuroscience, and for women living with PCOS, endometriosis, birth control side effects, or the vulnerability of a fertility journey, it's a daily practice of radical self-care. So how to use vitality vibrations? The protocols are specific and intentional. So during period pain, 20 minutes to support pelvic relaxation and natural endorphin release. On high stress days when your cycle is at risk of disruption, 15 minutes morning to counteract the hormonal cascade. And for those on fertility journey, 25 minutes in the evening as a practice of preparing your internal environment, body, mind, and field for a new life. For PCOS or endometriosis, a daily 30-minute practice targeting vagal tone, inflammation, and chronic stress patterns that underlie both conditions. And for exam week, launch week, or any week when life asks you to be more than your cycle would prefer, 15 minutes of vitality vibrations is your advocate, your ally, your body's best friend. Now, let's talk about how to actually build this into your life. Because here's the truth. The research on all of these frequencies, the 40 hertz gamma work, the vagal stimulation studies, the sleep and cognitive benefits, it all points to one variable above all others: consistency. A single listening session will give you something. 100 listening sessions will change you. This is a training program, not a rescue mission. So choose one primary track, the one that speaks most directly to what your body's calling for right now. Commit to it daily for a minimum 4 to 6 weeks. This is the window in which neural adaptation begins to take hold, in which your vagus nerve remembers its optimal tone, in which your brainwave patterns begin to reorganize. Then layer in the others across your week. Belly boost after difficult days, stress less before the most demanding work, immunity boost on immune or emotional low days, vitality vibrations in rhythm with your cycle. Always use quality over-ear headphones. And this is a bit non-negotiable for tracks using binaural beats and surround audio architecture. Your brain needs both channels to produce a full entrainment effect. It's not like it's not going to have an effect if you have it in a speaker. It will, but it'll be more powerful if it's on over-ear headphones. And listen with attention, not multitasking, and definitely not while driving. Your body responds most powerfully when your nervous system knows that it has permission to receive. Create the ritual, create the space, and tell your body this time is yours. Track your transformation. Keep a simple journal. Nothing elaborate, just a few words. Before you listen, how does your body feel? Where's my stress level? What's happening in my sleep, with pain, with focus? And after 4 weeks, read what you wrote on day 1. The shifts that happen gradually are sometimes the most profound because the nervous system changes quietly from the inside out. Some of you will notice results in the first week. Others will notice changes that only become visible in retrospect, when someone asks you why you seem so much calmer, so much clearer, so much more like yourself. Trust the process and trust your body's intelligence, and trust the science that has arrived to confirm what sound healers have always known. We are living in a remarkable moment. The wall between ancient wisdom and modern science is dissolving. The researchers at MIT and Harvard are arriving at conclusions that the mystics encoded in frequency thousands of years ago. The body's capacity for self-healing, when given the right support, is extraordinary. You are not at the mercy of your symptoms. You are not a passive recipient of what happens to your nervous system. You are a dynamic, intelligent, vibrational being, and you have the power to work with your own frequency intentionally, consistently, and lovingly in ways that transform your health from the inside out. Healing Frequencies is our offering to that truth. 6 tracks, 6 gateways, and 1 fundamental message. Your body knows how to heal. Give it the sound, and give it the frequency, and give it the permission, and watch what becomes possible. This is Vibes AI, Until next time, breathe deep, vibrate higher, and remember, you are the frequency. Become a Vibes AI Plus subscriber on Apple Podcasts. Get ad-free, early access to our 30 and 60-minute sessions designed to boost your cognitive health. Try it out today with our 3-day free trial. Not on Apple Podcasts? No worries. Hit the link in our show notes and get in on the vibes.